In the contempt case taken by the Supreme Court against Prashant Bhushan for his 2 tweets, a bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra sentenced him to pay a fine of Rupee1, which is to be deposited with the Supreme Court Registry within September 15. In case of default to deposit, Bhushan will have to undergo imprisonment for 3 months and will be debarred from practice for 3 years. Justice Arun Mishra, reading out the operative portions of the order of the sentence, observed that the statements given by the judges to press are irrelevant for the considerations of the sentence, as judges are not supposed to go to press. The Supreme Court has sentenced Advocate Prashant Bhushan to a token fine of Rupee1 in the contempt case against him for his tweets criticizing the judiciary. On August 25, the bench of Justices Arun Mishra, B.R. Gawai and Krishna Murari reserved its order on the Bhushan's sentencing after finding him guilty of contempt of court for his tweets on the judiciary. While pronouncing the verdict, Justice Mishra said, "Judges are not supposed to go to the press. Their comments outside the court should not have been relied on." The bench went on to note that it had given Bhushan several opportunities to express regret for making his contemptuous statements. It also stated that Bhushan publicity to the events surrounding to the contempt case by going to the press. It said, "Court's decision should not be preempted by publication of opinion in the press." The court further deprecated Bhushan for publicizing his statements in media before they were considered by the bench. In this matter also, we not only gave an opportunity for him to apologize, but also directly and indirectly persuade the contemner to express regret. This was not heeded to by the contemner and gave wide publicity to his statement and gave media interviews, which further brought down the dignity of the court, the bench observed. However, the bench ultimately saw it fit to impose a token fine of Rupee1 on Bhushan. The bench made it clear that if Bhushan defaults on payment of the fine, he may be sent to prison for 3 months and may be debarred from practicing for 3 years. Bhushan had filed a supplementary statement reiterating his position to stand by his tweets and has refused to apologize. When the supplementary statement was considered by court, senior advocate Rajiv Dhawan had urged the court not to make Bhushan a martyr by imprisoning him. Dhawan, who was representing Bhushan, had urged the court instead to send out a general message and not punish Bhushan. Attorney General K.K. Venugopal, on the other hand, proposed that Bhushan be let off with a warning. The court, however, pointed out that AG Venugopal that Bhushan did not express regret but instead chose to reiterate his position of not apologizing for the contentious tweets. In a candid dialogue that followed between the bench and the lawyers present at the hearing, the court expressed the hurt and the pain caused by the institutions when such allegations are made. On August 14, the Supreme Court had found Prashant Bhushan guilty of criminal contempt of court for 2 tweets criticizing the judiciary. The court had initially fixed August 20 as the date for determining the sentence to be imprisoned on Bhushan. However, the court deferred the matter further on August 25 after the August 20 hearing to give Bhushan another chance to tender an unconditional apology. Bhushan, however, refused to apologize, instead filed his restatement, and the effect of the same was considered by the court and then judgment reserved. Bureau Report.